地藏菩萨本愿经记载，若能以真诚之心赞叹、恭敬、供养大乘经典，便能获得巨大的功德利益。如果为新生儿诵读地藏经，孩子过去世的罪业便可消除，获得健康、快乐、平安成长，延年益寿。如能供养地藏王菩萨，诵读地藏经，并按此经典认真修行，便能获得天神及诸天神的大神力护持，免于一切灾害的侵扰。如能为临命终者供养、诵读地藏经、诵念佛菩萨名号，此功德可让一切邪魔恶鬼离开，使临终者脱离恶道，得道解脱。evil realms and be liberated.
If we can learn and spread the Earth Store Bodhisattva Sutra, including the original sutra, the electronic file, we have also the Grandmaster's teaching of the sutra, and reciting the sutra, it will help us to be free of disasters, healthy, happy, and wise. For details, please visit www.yushuhome.com or www.puticollege.com. Hello, my dear friends.
我们今天呢，就继续分享
we will
地藏
continue
菩萨
to
慈悲
share
护佑保佑
the
的
compassionate
相关的
blessings
故事与
of
事
Earth
件
Store Bodhisattva.
真是特别感人呢。
And all these
我们收到
sharings
的
are
各种
very,
的来
very
信呢，
touching.
各
We
种的见证
received
哈，
all
真是
kinds
觉
of
得太不可
messages and
思议了。
emails
还有
and
很多
stories. They are
除了见
so
证之外，还有很
incredible.
多
In addition
非
to
常
those
奇特的问题。
testimonials, we also
这些奇特
received
的问题呢，
very
在这
special
个与
questions.
见证相关的分享完之后呢，我
After
们再
we
想，
share
你
these
看你遇到过没有？
testimonials,
太
we
奇
will
迹了
also share
啊！
these
希望你
questions.
就听下去
See
啊。
if you have
觉得
ever
师父
encountered
首
those,
先先给
and
大家带
these
来的
are
一个呢是
really
来自
very,
于
very
马来西亚的方然师
special.
姐
So
啊，
first,
她给我们分
the
享的
sharing
是
is
温
from
柔的女儿
Sister
是怎
Fang
样
Ran
修
from
成的。
Malaysia.
她说
And
师父
so
好，
she
我是马
said,
来西亚怡保禅堂的
Hello,
方然，
Grandmaster.
感
I'm
恩师
Fang
父
Ran
开
from
办地
Malaysia
藏功德
Yi
念
Bao
佛
Center.
班。
Thank you,
在
Grandmaster,
这次
for
课程中，
having
我的
this
女
Earth
儿
Store
有了
Merits
很大
Chanting
的改
Class. In
变。
this class, my daughter had a lot of
2020年
change.
3月开
From
始，
March
因为马来
2020,
西亚行
because of
政行
Malaysia
动管制
control
令，
order,
女儿只能
my
在家
daughter
办
can
公。
only work from
同时
home.
呢，她也
She
换了一份
also
工作，
changed her
成为一名广
job
告
to
设
a
计师。
designer
但工作的
for
压
the
力让她变
advertisements.
得非
But the
常
pressure
暴
from
躁，
home made her
每
very
次发
grumpy.
作就像火
She
山爆发。
exploded
每当
like a
老板
volcano.
呐打电话与
Every
她沟
time
通
her
工
boss
作，让
asked
她
her to
加
work
班时呢，
overtime,
她都
she
非常
became
生气。等
furious.
挂掉电话，
She would hang
就
up
看
the
到她立
phone
刻皱起眉
and
头，撅起
frowning
嘴
her，
一巴
eyebrows
掌
and
拍着桌子，
pouting, and she
震
would
天响。
smack her hand down on the
然
table
后猛地
and
站起来，把凳子
violently
踢到一
stood
边
up,
儿，
kick
还
away the
双手
chair,
叉腰，
putting
好
her
像要
hands
跟人
on
打
her
架似的。
hips, as if
脸
she's
涨得
ready
一
for a
会儿
fight.
青一会儿
Her
一会
face
儿
turned
红，
red and
眼
then
眶里的
blue,
眼睛
and
也
tears
不
in her eyes,
眼
crying.
眶里是有眼睛哈，眼眶里的眼泪直打转啊，带着
Tears
哭
in her
腔
eyes
大声
crying.
喊，还给不给员工休
Do
息
they
啊？
allow
什么
staff
事
to
都
rest
找
at all?
我，假
They
期还
ask
让我
me
做
to do
工，太
everything,
过分
even during
了。
holidays. This
他的
is
声
too
音
much.
很大，哪怕我在客
She
厅都
made
听得我
such
震耳
a
欲
big
聋啊！
noise. Even
看
if
到
I
他
was at the
近
living
乎
room, my
疯狂地
ears
发
cannot
泄，
bear
气
it.
得喘
I
不过
was
气来，气到
so
发抖，
worried
最后还
that
唉长叹一口气。
well,
真的
yeah,
很
at the
心
end of
痛
it, she
担心
was
他
so
经常这样爆
furious
发
and
会
she
严
would
重影响他的健
make a
康。
long sigh.
我试图
I was so
劝导
worried
他，
that these
但是毫
tantrums
无
would
作用。
seriously
我
affect
真
her
的
health,
感到无
but my
能为
words
力。
never worked.
从地藏功德念佛班的
From the
第一
first
天
day
开
of
始，
this chanting
我每
class,
天祈
I
请佛菩
prayed
萨
for
加持我的
Buddhas
女
and
儿，
Bodhisattvas
让
to
她
bless my
改掉
daughter
坏
so she
脾
can
气，
stop
不再
complaining
抱怨，
and
我
stop
把诵
throwing
念地藏
tantrums.
经和地
I
藏王
dedicated
菩
all
萨
the
心咒
merits
的
from
功
reciting
德
the
回
sutra
向给
and
法界
chanting
一
the
切众
mantra
生，
to
还有
all
我的女
sentient
儿。
beings of the
我
Dharma
发现
world and
女
my
儿竟
daughter.
然时不时的有和我
Then I
一起听
found
课。
she even
在课程的
joined
第
me to
3
the
天
class.
师父分
from
享
time
与
to
书房
time.
地藏经赞
On the
助项
third day
目，
of the class,
我迫不及待
Grandmaster
的以
and
女儿
the
的名义做
teachers
了赞助。
released the good news about
没想到
sponsoring
参加这
opportunities.
次课程
I
的这
did the
份小小
sponsorship
功德，
immediately on
真的
behalf
让我
of
心想
her.
事成了。
I
从
didn't
课程第
realize
4
this.
天开始，
This
一
class
直
and
到
this
现在，
little
已经过
merit
去
truly
2个多
fulfilled
星
my
期了。
wish.
我竟然没有看到
From
女
the
儿
fourth
再
day
发
till
作，
now,
也没
already
有
2
听到她
weeks,
骂
she
人的
never
声音
threw
了。
any
家里
tantrums.
瞬
The
间宁
whole
静了许
house
多。
is much
课程
quieter.
圆满后，女儿
After
还
the
很开
completion
心
of
地
the
跟我汇
class,
报
my
妈
daughter
咪，
even said to
这段
me,
时间我都没有
Mommy,
发脾气
I
喽，
didn't get
我从
angry
师傅
these
那里
days.
学会
I
了转
learned to
念，
change
不
my
再抱怨
perspective,
喽。
so I don't
看
complain
到女儿
anymore.
有这样的改
Seeing
变，
her
我
big
倍感欣
change,
慰。
I'm
父母对孩子
overjoyed.
的期望就是健康、
All
平
that we
安、
wish
吉
for our
祥，有
children
份好
is
工
health,
作，
peace,
有个好心情。
safety, a good
很
job,
感
good
恩，很
mood,
感
and
恩
good
师傅的
fortune.
慈悲，
Thank
让女
you
儿
so
重
much,
获健
Grandmaster,
康
for
快
your
乐。
compassion so that she
真
can
好。
regain health and
对。
happiness.
你
This
他这
is
个暴躁啊，那
wonderful,
发作起来
wonderful.
哈，真是像妈妈说的那担心
Yeah,
呐，是
whenever
不是那个小孩
she
心脏都
is
会爆
furious,
裂
like
呀？
可是这
啊
些在年轻人
complaining,
当
and
中还真
her
的会有
mom
这样的一种
almost
情
is
绪
going to have a
的
heart
反应。
attack.
年
Yeah.
轻人会这样的反
You
应。
know,
很多
young
年轻
people
姑娘其实
sometimes
在
have,
人
you
背
know,
后也
very
挺
strong
发火的
emotions.
啊。
Yeah. So
火很
Grandmaster
大
says
呀。
some
在
young
我们面前发
girls,
火的
you
年轻
know,
姑娘少哈，
very
可能
few
回
of
家背
them
后
would
发火的多。
throw tantrums in front of me.
听说有
Maybe
些女孩发火吧，她跟
when
男
they
孩
go
不一
home,
样
they will
是吧
throw tantrums,
反正
and
出去喝个
sometimes
酒
they
打
throw
个架
tantrums
就
and different
宣
from,
泄一下
you know,
啊。
young
有些
men.
女孩
The
呢，
men
拿
will
锥子追
probably
自己
get
啊，
drunk or maybe
哎
fight, and
挠
and
挠
some
自己
girls
拽
would
头发
scratch themselves
咬
or
手指头啊。
bite their nails
反
or
正
pull
很多
their
很
hair
多看着
or
挺窝囊的招
even
整
use
自己啊。
you know
对，其
nails
实这都是一
to
种
you
烦
know
躁是吧？烦
punch
躁但也不
themselves,
分析
and
是
so
为
this
啥
is
吧？
probably
哎，
just
反
that
正就是给他，
anxiety.
你看看念佛做
We're
功
not
德
going to
呀，
对
这个孩子立竿见影的转
analyze the
变啊。
anxiety, but
对。
just
这多好呀！
through chanting
要不然
and
弄不好
making
工作都没
merits,
了
it
呀。
就是呀。
对，
like she
还有
has
年轻女
changed
孩子
so
总发火
dramatically.
哈，一小
And
心找
also
车
for
祸去
young
啊。
girls, if you
对
always threw tantrums, it would be hard for you to
吓人
find a
啊！
good
对
husband.
呀，所以的话，你要
It's
就
quite
得学着还有耐性哈。除了
So
就这个方人的
we
女儿来
need
说，
to
除了
learn
妈妈给你做
to
功德，我
you
们
know
自己也学着
to
做一
be more
个就是温
patient.
柔贤
In
惠的姑
addition
娘
to
啊。
the merits
这
that
样
your
的话，
mom is
人见
doing
人爱，
for
那
you,
多好！
and
人
we
长
also
得又
need
很
to
漂亮哈，又
learn
挺
to
有福气
be
的。
also
所
very
以的话，你
patient
再有
and
个好个
gentle,
性、
and
好
you know
人
you
缘、
are
好
pretty,
的
and
表
if
达
you
方
have
式的话，
good
这个你看看，
personality, and if
你
you have
将
good
来就
ways to
会爱
express,
情、事
and
业
then
双
in the
丰收。
future
这多
your
好！
your
有礼物
personal
啊，
life
有礼
and
物
your
哦。
career will
我
both
先生呢，
get
哎，
success.
给你一些
So
姜
I'll
大的
give
这些
you
果干儿啊，哎，
some
各种
presents.
香香甜甜
These
的都有在里头。
dried
还有
berries
呢，
from
还两袋儿
Canada,
哦。
very sweet,
两袋儿，还
very
有呢，
very
这
good.
个
And I
观世
have
音菩萨显圣像在文化
also
啊，我
this
们
Guan
印
Yin
制的这个卡
Bodhisattva's
片，还有呢，
emanation
我走八卦的这个照片卡片呢，
card,
都
and
会送给
also
你。
there's also the card for
还有
like
啊。
I'm doing the energy bagua, and
俩人份的。
also the prashna
对，是全家份，对，
pet
对，啊，全家
Vaja
福哈。
peso, yeah.
感恩
So
师傅，
oh
感
my
恩师傅。
gosh, for the whole family to
好，
be
师傅
happy,
再给您带来
grateful.
还是
So
我们一
grateful
位
for
大马
you,
的师姐叫怀敦，她的分
Grandmaster.
享是功德带
And
来
another
生
sister,
意，
Huai
先
Dun
生
from
摆
Malaysia,
脱失眠， 很
it
棒。
talks about
师
the
傅好，
merits
我是
bring
怀敦，
business, and
来自
also
马来西
her
亚明月禅
husband
堂。特
well
别感
can
恩师
sleep
傅
better.
在我生
And
活
so
最
hello
困难
Master
的时候
and， Huai
给了我一
Dun
条出
from
路，
Malaysia,
改
Ming Yue
变了我
Center.
的
Than
命
you,
运。
Grandmaster, to help me
我
out
20
at at the most difficult time of my life, which completely changed my life. Ever since I get married at my 20s, I worked for my husband because the business was not easy. I had no salary. He just gave me some money to cover everyday needs. The finance was very tight. No savings. From 2018, after listening to Grandmaster teachings, I realized the benefit of doing merits. And every month I would save money, like $12, and after a few months, then I can have $100 or $200. So I will make offerings on behalf of my husband, and I know that it's because of the wrong things that I did in the past, so I always repent for the wrong things that I did.
这是你们的产品吗？我就微笑着跟师父说：“是的，师父。”师父又说：“不错，不错。”
So
之后让我没想到的是，同年3月，先生的生意竟然在原有的基础上突然翻倍。从那时起。
And also, I started to make offerings every month. And then I dreamed of Grandmaster. Grandmaster said, "Oh, is this your product?" Yes, I said, "Yes, yes, that's my product." And I was so happy. Right after that, I actually we started to have very good business. And
做功德。非常庆幸的是，在课程第3天，老师分享了语数房学习地藏经利益无量众生的赞助项目，我就给我先生、我自己还有3个孩子分别做了一份。没想到赞助后效果立竿见影。
Ever since I started to do the offerings, I dreamed of Grandmaster. And then after Master said this is a very good product, we start to have very good business. In March, my husband's business actually doubled, and he's starting to give me $3,000 of salary. And then I'm so grateful for this chanting class. And I also did the sponsorship for my husband, myself, and the 3 kids. And I just did the sponsorship in the morning, and then at lunchtime, my husband said, orders just come one after another, and they're all very big business and very big orders. And more importantly is that, my husband always doesn't like me to do meditation. But right on the day when I do the sponsorship, he even asked me for help because he couldn't sleep very well and he could only sleep 1 or 2 hours a night. And so he asked me if I have anything from Grandmaster. So I played the meditation on bone melting, and he was able to sleep right away and for 8 hours. And because he benefited, and he shared this with his friend who has stroke. He shared the energy bagua and also shared the benefits of energy bagua. And now, oh my gosh. So just doing a little bit of merit, I received so much in the most difficult time. I just feel like, oh my gosh. Now I have the hope in my life, the light in my life. Thank you so much, Grandmaster. And before, they actually had a very difficult time. She even had no salary, and she had 0 savings, and they have 3 children. Because they, this couple were trying to develop their business, but she was trying very hard to do the merits, and so she started to save a little bit. Well, before, Christine said, I'm actually against, having your own savings, but she used those savings to make offerings on behalf of her husband, and then make the business doubled, and then she dreamed of the Grandmaster, and Master said, "Oh, is this your product?" And Master said, "Yeah, good, very good." And so this is such a great blessing. So in March 2020, that was a time when, COVID was very serious, extremely serious all over the world. But their business doubled at such a difficult time. Yeah, they actually, how can the business double? Even when there's no pandemic, if the business can double, it's already quite a miracle. Yeah. So Grandmaster says, for people who are very good at doing business, if you don't have good fortune and not enough merits, just managing your business, it's like you want to catch fish, so the fish just slip away from your hands. And for that couple, the husband is, doing the business, but the wife did some merits, and and then her husband's business become better and better. So this is actually the arrangement of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. It looks like the husband was better at business, but actually not. It's Buddhas and Bodhisattvas bless them with more business. So our Bodhi practitioners, a lot of our female practitioners, you can do more merits. So your family business will develop quickly. So whoever you marry to, they will have very good business. So that kind of good fortune comes from here. Yeah, so she said she just did the sponsorship in the morning, and lunchtime orders already start to come. You know, all Bodhi female disciples, whoever they marry to, that man will be very fortunate. Okay, Earth Store Bodhisattva bless you. I will give you these 2 T-shirts. The treasure tree, and yeah, probably it's hard to see the tree, but if you wear it, it's very handsome and very pretty. So you have 2 T-shirts, and this tree is the money tree, it's the treasure tree, you know, gold and silver tree. All these, yeah, you think this is very valuable now, right? Sometimes our online friends would say, "Oh, what is this?" Yeah, do we still have them on Spain website? Not many, maybe just a few of them. And this would be for, so the tree, the treasure tree T-shirt is for the husband, and this is for the wife. Manju Shri Bodhisattva, bless you with wisdom and light and illumination, bring you good fortune. Congratulations, this sister. Okay, let's continue. And next is from Sister Dahao from Toronto. So the kidney stone was cleared within a week. And she said, Grandmaster, my name is Dahao. I'm 74 years old. My kidney had many stones. And the urology doctor said that my constitution was just like that. And the kidney will always grow stones. And this pain has always been torturing me. In September, after the Mid-Autumn Festival, this kidney stone was so painful, I couldn't even bear it. I went to do the ultrasound. And the doctor said, drink more water. If it's too serious, you need to do the surgery and even put the stent. During that time, it happened to be the time when Grandmaster was teaching Earth Store Bodhisattva Sutra. So I listened to the live feed every time and learned very carefully. And the sutra actually shocked me. I was awakened by it. I know that I was so ignorant before. I did so much, so many bad things. I was so regretful. And so I repented a lot. On September the 26th, I feel that the pain actually is coming down. Right on that day, quite a few of the stones came out. And the next day, 2 more stones came out. And I went to do the ultrasound again, and the doctor said that the right kidney is very clean. I'm so happy. And then in the evening of October the 2nd, I was very attentively doing the chanting and reciting of the Earth Store Bodhisattva Sutra, and I was repenting for all the bad things that I did in my previous life, and I was crying and having a lot of tears. And on October the 3rd afternoon, the pain came down again, and it was a corn-sized stone came out. Another miracle happened. You know, these kidney stones has, you know, brought me sufferings for years, but within a few days, they all came out. I know it's the blessings from Buddhas and Earth Store Bodhisattva and Grandmaster. I'm so grateful. On the 3rd day, I heard about the sponsorship opportunity. I made the offerings for the gilding Earth Store Bodhisattva's golden statue. I will definitely continue learning from Grandmaster and repent sincerely. Thank thank you so much, Grandmaster. Yes, all these stones. Look at the stones. So much pain. Yeah, if we have anything even outside of our body, it would be very uncomfortable. Look at the picture. All these stones, they are not round. It's quite sharp. They're not like sand. It's like very sharp stones, and it will like scratch on the kidney. Just imagine how painful it would be. But they were released so quickly. This is such a big miracle with Grandmaster's blessings and also her own repentance. They all came out. Grandmaster said, "This is so wonderful. I'll give you present." Okay, whatever you bring me. Okay. Okay, first I'll give you an energy bagua belt. Also, this is the energy bagua quick dry T-shirt. Even though it's in Canada, it's cold outside, but inside it's very warm. And if you sweat, it will dry very quickly. And also, this belt can, prevent a lot of diseases and also can help you to lose weight and prevent any injury of the lower back. You can wear it to do housework and protect your lower back. So it would prevent injury of the lower back. So I wish you health and longevity. Thank you, Grandmaster. Yes, we have more good news. Next is from Singapore, Sister Zhang Jinghua. She's a very new sister. And the topic of her sharing is very interesting. Her husband used to be very, very boring and very mean, but now becomes very caring, and also a very old fan now start to work normally. So Grandmaster, I'm Zhang Jinghua from Singapore. This is the first time I come to Grandmaster's online chanting class. In this class, I learned what I know more about Earth Store Bodhisattva and also learn what I need to do or what I should not. And if I do wrong things, I will go to hell, and it will even affect my descendants. I have two little miracles to share. Before, my husband was like, whatever I said to him, he doesn't respond. And so we very rarely would communicate, and he didn't even care whether we have food to eat. I never imagined that after the chanting class, he would initiate the talk with me and would buy things for me to eat. It's just incredible. I feel like he's a different person. The second miracle is that in the chanting class, we will usually turn on the fan. This fan is already 30 years old. Usually, whatever I do, the fan can only, the wind can only go to one direction. But on the third day of the chanting class, I moved the fan. This fan can turn, and so the wind can go to different directions, and it can function normally. What a miracle! Before, I heard that auspicious energy will get objects or animals or plants back to life. I believe that my husband and the fan received the great blessings from Grandmaster. What a big change! Thank you, Grandmaster. Thank you, Earth Store Bodhisattva. Look, her husband and the fan received the blessings from Earth Store Bodhisattva Merits. The fan was like her husband. Both of a lot of men were like that. One of my friends said, usually I talk 8 sentences. My husband will only say 2 sentences, and he would only say like or okay, only like 2 words. Can you say a little bit more? And then he will say, okay, very good, not bad. Okay, 2 words. Okay. So they like limit the words that they want to talk to us, and so well, their fan is already 30 years old, and it seems that this sister really cherished the things and of every object in her home. Now the husband is starting to even buy good things for her to eat? And Grandmaster said, yeah, and then you will feel sweet and feel happy, right? So, okay, I'll give you a present. So for Sister Zhang Jinghua, this belt, and this belt will bring auspiciousness and wish fulfillment. This will keep you peaceful and safe and bring you good fortune. I will also give you this card, Guanyin Bodhisattva's card, and my picture. And I'll give you this pu'er tea, Bodhi's pu'er tea, and hope you health and happiness and longevity after drinking this tea. Congratulations. And a lot of our online friends are leaving their benefits on the live chat. And so one friend says, thank you, Grandmaster, for allowing us to do merits. Her granddaughter was very smart and healthy, but don't study hard. And so her daughter would always blame her. And so this time, she did 8 sponsorships for every one of the family, and also the gilding and the sutra book. And then this granddaughter studied hard now, and she told, oh, Grandma, now I got 100% in the exam. Wow, this is like instantaneous result. Yeah, so this is the grandmother and granddaughter. Can we give a present for this grandma? Okay, we'll give a zi bead for the grandmother. Oh, this grandmother is really lucky. And also this little granddaughter, a beautiful bracelet. Wish the whole family auspiciousness and wish fulfillment, and for the grandma to live a long life. Thank you, Grandmaster. Oh, yeah, because Grandmaster, you gave the scarf to the other person. So I'm going to share a sharing about the magic scarf. So this is dear Master, I've been watching Master's YouTube channel for a year. I heard many touching and miraculous stories. I've always been wondering when good fortune will come to me. On October the 8th, I wrote to Master wondering about my life and asking for Master's blessing and protection. A practitioner at the center told me that Master reads our emails and will bless us. At the time, I didn't have a stable income. When I tried to find a job online, the fraudster took my life savings. I have no way out but to pray for Buddha and Bodhisattva's help. In August 2020, Grandmaster gifted a silk scarf to people who was born in August. I was very lucky to receive that gift from Grandmaster. I cherish this gift very much, so I didn't wear it and just appreciated it. After the fraud, I thought I should try to wear it on my head or neck. I wore it on October the 18th. It looked beautiful. Surprisingly, I received a call a few hours later. It's a job offer with a very good salary. On the next morning, I went for the interview. The boss saw that I have an early childhood education certification. The boss said that he has another company that is trying to hire a teacher. And she said that it's a pity if I don't work as an educator. I told her my concerns, and she said that she can help me with it. The work hours also suit my needs. Isn't this a win-win situation? Afterwards, I calculated my monthly salary and realized that I can even earn back my savings. I asked the boss if I can decide after I see the organization on the 21st. She said that if everything is okay, then we will sign a contract on that day too. I wondered if this was all brought by the magic of wearing this treasure silk scarf. On the 21st, I went to visit the workplace and everything was great. They have already prepared the contract, so I signed it. They were very happy, and I'll start work at the end of November. I told myself that I will definitely make a sponsor with my first check. If my finance situation permits, I will make a sponsor every month because having a stable income, have food every day is a gift from Buddha and Bodhisattva. Thank you, Grandmaster. We're so happy for you. Zhang Jiayun. Yes, this is Zhang Jiayun. Congratulations, Zhang Jiayun. This is really miraculous. I'll give you this. Wow. Medicine Buddha's T-shirt. Oh, so this is the Sanskrit for Medicine Buddha, and we printed on the T-shirt with colorful, very colorful, and so hope you can be young and healthy at all times, and so you can wear it right away. And so only if you wear it, then good fortune will come. And when Grandmaster, gift something, I hope that whoever received the present from Grandmaster, you can share with your family and others, and so you can receive the blessings. That's what Grandmaster would like to see. When I give you presents, I hope you can have the heart of sharing, to share good things with others. This is the best giving and sharing. This is wonderful. Let's continue to share. And so it's from Ning Hong, from Malaysia, and she quickly, her Ming Hong from Malaysia, her father-in-law quickly came out of the hospital. This time, I look forward for this chanting class. It's very precious. I actually, before the class, I've already made offerings to Earth Store Bodhisattva for my father, for the ancestors of my father and my father-in-law, and also made a light offering, a perfect light for Grandmaster JinBodhi, to express my gratitude for Grandmaster to lead the class. Every day, I will very sincerely recite the sutra and also chant the mantra. But I didn't expect that actually on the 6th day of the chanting class, my father-in-law was sent into the hospital because of the pulmonary, excessive water and the swelling of the feet and also difficulty in breathing. I was very worried because of the pandemic. Maybe we cannot see him, and I was afraid that he would have problem with his kidney. And so I was so anxious. I was even thinking, how come I've already did the merits, and this would still happen on me. And then I changed my thought right away. Oh, maybe because of the merit, he will become better. At the night, I had a very strange dream. I begged Grandmaster to help him because he has very serious disease, and Master was very serious. And then I begged again, and Grandmaster said, do more merits. And after that, I woke up. I had a very strong thought. I need to continue to do merits from my father-in-law. And so just like Earth Store Bodhisattva saved his mother again and again, and made the vow that he would not attain Buddhahood unless the hell is empty. So I hope that more people would be able to read this sutra. And so on the completion of the chanting class, I sponsored for the sutra book. And the first day after the completion of the class, miracle appeared. My father-in-law was moved to the ordinary ward, and the next day he was even released from the hospital. And the doctor said it was because that his heart was very weak, and therefore there's this pulmonary water and also the swelling of the feet. But for people who at this age to be released within a few days, this is a miracle. The doctors were very surprised. And actually before he went into the hospital, he already has illusions, and the energy was very low, and he already sees some departed relatives and would make some very strange movements. But he doesn't want to bother the family, so he just wants to pass away in the sleep. I was very regretted. I should have cared for him more. On the third day, my father-in-law is already, back to normal. On the fourth day, we were able to cross the state to see him, and he was in very good spirit. And I'm so grateful. This must be because Grandmaster guided me compassionate to do more merits so that he was able to be very quickly released from the hospital. Thank you, Grandmaster, for your reminder compassionately in a dream and to provide us with the sponsorship opportunity. And this time, my father-in-law was able to recover. And this is like instantaneous. I really hope everybody will cherish this opportunity of sponsorship. And thank you, Grandmaster. And so Joyce said, see, otherwise, her father-in-law was very dangerous. He was already dreaming of the departed relatives. Maybe other online friends would have the same question too, like her. I've already made married. How come some, bad things also happen to them? Yeah, maybe our online friends would also have this thought. But it's good that this sister changed her perspective right away. So this change is very, very important. When you think that how come I've already did the merits and there are still bad things happening? It's because of these merits that the more serious, difficulties maybe become smaller difficulties. So actually, Joy said, actually the father-in-law's life was saved by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And her father-in-law has already been rescued by Earth Store Bodhisattva, has already extend his lifespan. If you can understand this, this is very important. Okay, I'll give you this Oriental Beauty tea, natural tea from Taiwan. Will bless you with health and longevity and lose weight and extend your lifespan. And also, I'll give you Guanyin Bodhisattva's manifestation card, and also the card, my card when I was walking energy Bagua. So wish your whole family auspiciousness. The next testimonial would be from Singapore, Ti Gui. I also have good news to share. When the teachers are sharing about the opportunity to make offerings to gild the Buddha's golden statue, I was so happy. The first thought was that I want to do it. For me, make offering to the gilding is very sacred and very rare opportunity. And I immediately go to the center to ask the volunteers to help me to fulfill my wish. I didn't expect that right on that evening, my husband came back and told me, oh, I win the bidding for a construction project. My husband is a surveyor. Before the pandemic starts, my husband decided to do a construction and renovation business. But in this whole year, he was not able to win any bidding of any construction project. And therefore, he has no business to do. And he became very depressed, and we also have to save all kinds of expenses. But my second and third child is still in school, so we need to pay for their tuition. I was very, very anxious too. Thank you, Earth Store Bodhisattva. Thank you, Grandmaster, blessings and protection. I only made the offering for gilding for less than half a day. My husband's work had a turning point. He finally can have some work to do, and he can make money. I'm so happy. We are so happy. And look at his joy, and he finally found hope. I feel so happy. I'm so grateful for Earth Store Bodhisattva and Grandmaster says her husband was working in the construction field, and he used to be an employee, but he started to do his own business. Before, he has salaries, but after he started his own business, he doesn't have salaries. But then the pandemic starts. Of course, he has no business and no income. And of course, it would be hard for them, for the whole family. And therefore, he was quite depressed, and the whole financial situation was not good. And yeah, not only them, like actually when we're here in Vancouver, we saw a lot of stores, actually at intersection. I remember before the pandemic, there was a restaurant was just about to open, and I saw that they had just been renovated and just about to open. And I thought, oh, this restaurant looks very good. But we didn't expect that at the beginning of 2020. And all the restaurants were had to lock down. And so I saw that the restaurant had to cover the windows with papers. And after 2 years, last week when I passed that intersection, I was thinking maybe the restaurant will finally be able to open, but they changed a boss. Oh, at least they were able to sell the restaurant. There was a restaurant, Xu Liushan, those like ice. It's already been 2 years. Yeah, they were just giving. Oh, they probably have lost a lot of money. They haven't made any money at all for 2 years. Yes, the pandemic has changed the whole world because they have reduced a lot of income, and they don't have income at all, so they have to use their savings. It would be very, very hard for them. Well, actually, you've seen some restaurants, and I've seen at least 4 of them. Yeah, I think that was a Sichuan fish restaurant or something, fish head restaurant, and yeah, so I saw that the renovation was quite pretty, and it's going to open, but after 2 years, they haven't opened yet, but then it became a Korean restaurant. But only after 2 months, now it's closed again. They cannot last. The first restaurantt, they spent a lot of money maybe for rent and renovation, and then they couldn't earn money, so they have to maybe stop the rental. And the Korean restaurant also only lasted for 2 months. So for this business, it's not a coincidence. It's all because of the merits. Okay, I'll give this sister Qi Gui. I very rarely would give this kind of presents. Well, this earring, the rings are made of silver and also 2 diamonds, shining diamonds. I wish your family will always have win-win situation. Your family will be happy. Your husband will have very good business, and also I'll gift you with this Guanyin Bodhisattva's card and my card. Wish your whole family auspiciousness. Congratulations, sister. And next, I'm going to share Sister Zeng Mai from Malaysia. Her sharing, she actually had some confusion about, 40 years ago, she experienced when her father passed away. So anyways, every day in this Earth Store Merits chanting class, before the end of the class, I will always spend time to copy the sutra again for the part that Master has already taught, so that I can understand better about this sutra. On the 4th day of the class, I saw this chapter 8. It is it talks about and so I almost can see that the hell was there. It was a very dark world. I saw that some people were have to bring to the torment, and I can hear their crying and wailing, and it was quite terrible. And so I continued to copy when I wrote World Honor One, all sentient beings who are nearing the time of death, if they are able to hear a Buddha's name, a Bodhisattva's name, or a sentence or a verse from the Mahayana Sutras, I observe that these people will be liberated from minor unwholesome karma quickly, with the exception of those who have committed the 5 heinous crimes of killing and harming that lead to incessant torments. And so after I read this, I record the experience before my father passed away. 40 years ago, my father had the bone cancer, and because of extreme pain, excruciating pain, he always wanted to kill himself, and he was living in pain. And he would say a lot of things that I cannot understand. Every day he was lying on bed, and he asked me to, and said he played mahjong and won a lot of money. And he said, if I don't collect the money, those people will take it away. And when I asked them who they are, all the names he mentioned were the departed relatives. And he said those people were playing mahjong with him. When I took food for him to eat, he would ask me to wait until he finished the food. Otherwise, those people would take away his food. And at that time, I was only 15. I didn't know what to do. I can only ask Guanyin Bodhisattva to bless my father and chant for him. And a week before he passed away, he said, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. They want to pull me down. I don't want to go. And then he said there are 2 beings, one black and one white, and want to pull him to a dark place. And he didn't want to go because my father used to do, selling fish. Now they want to cut his body one piece after another, and this really make him horrified. And every day, and 2 days before he passed away, he became more and more painful and terrified. And so I have to yell Guanyin Bodhisattva's sacred name 3 times and beg for and pray for Guanyin Bodhisattva to protect my father, so he doesn't have any horror or pain, and to clear and remove his bad karmas. And then I chant more diligently. And then my father said he's not frightened anymore. There's a lady in white dress who will take him to a good place without fear. And he asked me and my mother to prepare for the funeral and the mourning dress. And the next day he passed away in peace without any pain. Thank you, Grandmaster, for your teaching. So that actually removed my confusions for these 40 years and helped me to understand life and death and about cause and consequence. And this chanting class allowed me to learn Earth Store Bodhisattva Sutra. Grandmaster used very simple words to explain the sutra, and I understand how wonderful the sutra is, and I learned that about the karma and cause and consequence, and why children need to be filial to their parents and help them to remove their karmas and calamities. And I understand that chanting can bring immeasurable benefits and merits. And after that, I was very surprised to hear that my eldest son got a salary increase. And he said that he wanted to use the increased salary to sponsor the Earth Store Sutra so that more people can have the opportunity to learn Earth Store Bodhisattva and change their life. Thank you, Grandmaster, for your blessings. In this pandemic, my son can still have a salary increase. This is incredible. Thank you, Grandmaster, so much. Yeah. So the whole experience was just like what was recorded in the sutra. And Grandmaster said her father was crying, oh, someone is coming to pull him, take him away, and want to cut his body. And his departed relative was playing mahjong with him. What kind of state was that? he was already at the verge of death. And when his father was dying, when the daughter crying 3 times Guanyin Bodhisattva's sacred name, his father became calm and peaceful. And then his father told him that he's about to leave and asked him to prepare for the clothes. And his father even told the daughter that lady in the white dress is guiding him and going to take him to a good place. And only when your dear family member is on the verge of death, and if you were there for the whole process, you know whether there is hell or the other world. This kind of expression, actually, I have heard many times in my childhood. A lot of people have seen the black and white, what we call these impermanence, or that being from the lower realms, will bring them to the lower realms. And so when this sister was looking after the father before he died, she was only 15 years old. She didn't know anything about Dharma or Buddhist teachings, but the good thing is that she still knows to cry for the help and pray for help from Guanyin Bodhisattva. And now, after she read this sutra, now she knows why and proved everything that was recorded in the sutra. And even she didn't just cry for 3 times, and she very diligently chanted. Her father said a lady in white dress brought him to a good place, because the father didn't know that's Guanyin Bodhisattva. So what kind of good place? Let's discuss about what kind of good place. The best place is the Pure Land, and next is heaven. Like which level of heavenly realm, the heaven realm, which level we don't know. And so just like in the Earth Store Sutra, if they have been guided by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, there are actually many different levels. It depends on your merits, and your chanting might bring him to a better place, but maybe not the Pure Land. But at least you're not, the father is not, suffering in hell, not being tortured. So when Buddha's Bodhisattva brought them. So Christine's question is that if they had been guided to the heaven realm, and the length of time that they stay in the heaven realm, does that also have something to do with the cause and consequence, and because depending on their karma and merits? Yes, Grandmaster said the daughter chant for her father. This also generates merits. It's just like the savings. Once you use up all the savings, then they will fall down too. So then the original karma will take effect. And it doesn't mean that it's forever. So as children, we need to continue to do merits. So just like recording the sutra, once the fortune has, or the merits has been exhausted, they will still fall down. But where would they fall? We don't know. Okay, let's give them a present. Well, this sharing is very much in detail, such a long story about her experience with her father before her father passed away. So I'll give you, this is a t-shirt I designed. Is it pretty? The newest design. Well, I think none of you have ever seen that. This is the Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. And the Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra in the universe, swirling in the universe and spreading to save all sentient beings who have the karmic bond. Actually, this sister knows more and more, and not only to accumulate merits for her family, but also every day she would also copy the sutra. Yeah, she's really learning very carefully and attentively, and she's learning. Yeah, if she can have a lot of understanding, if she can, better still, if she can go out and share this sutra with others, she would accumulate more merits for her father. She still needs to continue to accumulate merits for her father. 40 years ago, she didn't know where her father has been to, and whether, and also she didn't know whether the merits has already been used up. Just like Christine said, we have already benefited from the sutra. We also should share with our friends and family. Sometimes it's better to share with friends rather than family, and maybe better to share with classmates better than friends. The less familiar the people actually sometimes will benefit more, because, well, the closer of the relationship, then the less trust they will have in you. Yeah, if they don't know you very well, they sometimes will trust you very much. And so our benefit, if we can share with a very compassionate heart, and we can share this sutra with others, this is called dharma giving or dharma sharing. This has immeasurable benefits. And the next is what we are going to share, exactly what we're going to share, how to, the benefits from sharing the Earth Store Bodhisattva Sutra. Dear Master, thank you for leading us in chanting. The next morning after the completion of the class, I took the subway to work. I took out my phone, put on my earphone, and got ready to read the Earth Store Sutra with Grandmaster. When I turned on the video, I suddenly remembered Grandmaster's teaching from the previous evening. Grandmaster said, "Don't just chant by yourself, spread it out. Let more people chant together." I paused and thought, yes, more people should know this great sutra, great merits and virtues. But I work in the city. My family and friends are not nearby. Maybe I can find people online and help them. But Grandmaster said it's more effective helping strangers. First, people who like Earth Store Bodhisattva must like to read Earth Store Sutra. So I searched for Facebook groups relating to Earth Store Bodhisattva, Earth Store Sutra, freeing captive animals, karma, or chanting, etc. I found over 20 groups like that. I can join some Facebook groups right away. Some I have to wait for approval. I started to post the photo of Earth Store Bodhisattva and clips of Grandmaster reading the sutra in the Facebook groups. About half an hour later, when I'm about to arrive at work, I've already posted in 10 groups. When I got ready to get off the subway, my Facebook notifications started going off one after another. I've already received tens of replies and likes. I'm so happy. I'm so joyful that I almost hopped out of the subway. I feel the subway station is brighter than normal. It's rush hour when I'm exiting from the station. But I don't have to wait at all. The exit was cleared and the elevator came right away. When I arrived in the office, my colleague gave me breakfast and said that she brought it especially for me. Oh, so many coincidences. When I opened my mailbox, an account issue that bothered me for many days was resolved. So this problem resolved, like one after another. Good things kept rolling in. I'm extremely happy and grateful. This must be encouragement from Buddha, Bodhisattva, and Master. I only done so little, and there are so many good things happening. My phone keeps vibrating from Facebook notifications. I'll post more at lunchtime. Wow, this is so wonderful. Yeah. You see, she's a modern people. She used these online groups, and once she has the thought of sharing with others, she started to find those Facebook groups, and then good things just roll in one after another. And so, when well, in my mind, I can almost imagine that when she came out of the subway. I've taken subway in Taipei before. There were just, hundreds of people and such a big crowd. But it's almost like the people made the way for her to come out of the exit. And, usually at rush hour, there will be a long line waiting for the elevator. But when she arrived, the door of the elevator opened. It's almost like she's the CEO. Like, you can almost imagine. It's like a clip in a movie, yeah. And right after she arrived at the office, somebody prepared the breakfast for her, and also an online account problem was resolved. Yeah, not only, the earth spirits and ghosts and, deities and, yeah, IT ghosts, they all came to bless her. Yeah. But it's because that she has a very good aspiration. So, well, actually, I followed up with her, and now she said that, all those people who give her likes and sharings, it's already more. Well, there are hundreds, almost close to 1,000, and she also shared, mainly illusion or. Yeah, and also deep sleep videos, and she shared with all of those people. And so this Jincheng is really wonderful. Yeah, she has such a great wish and great aspiration. In the modern time, we can use the most convenient time, the modern way to share with others. Sometimes you don't know those people, but it's actually easier for you to share because you want to share and they want to read. So it's a win-win. And she was thinking, I still have Instagram, I still have YouTube, and I still have others. Yeah. So this is really wonderful. In China, they have what? Oh, WeChat. Yes. Yeah. And QQ. Yeah, they have many groups, right? I don't know about the others. Oh, and blogs. Yeah. And young people also like TikTok. Yeah. And Twitter and Instagram. And so those young people, they just, yeah, it's like very easy for them to share. Yeah. If you really believe in it, so first you need to have the confidence. Don't think that, oh, if I send to my classmate, what if they don't like it? Well, first you have already benefited from it, and you do have that believe, and maybe your classmates really need that help. You recommend Earth Store Bodhisattva, whoever you recommend to, they will be fortunate. Only when you have the true faith in this, then you will have the motivation to do it. And also after that, the earth spirit and those ghost kings and deities and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, they are all protecting you and blessing you. That's why wherever you go, you're blessed. It sounds like a story, but I think it's just normal. Yeah, when you're fortunate, you're just fortunate. Yeah, even when you go to the washroom, maybe you have money waiting for you. Well, when people hear about these sharings, you would think that, oh no, it's impossible. But you think that those fortunate people are just making up stories. But I think that there's a professor in either the States or Germany, and he said for somebody who have the greatest achievement, like Nobel Prize, you need 110 fortunes to be on yourself. For world champions, you need to have 56 fortunes to get the world champion. For Li Ning to be like continuously being the world champion, at least he needs to have more than 150 good fortunes. And Elon Musk, Yeah, he probably have at least 255 fortune deities or fortune deities to bless him. And so when Buddhas, Bodhisattva gods or deities have good impression on you, then all the good things will happen on you. From a beggar, you can be elevated into a king. From a slave, you become a general. And from an ugly duckling, you become a swan, a white swan. From a poor girl to become a princess. So all these transformations, these people are all very lucky. But I believe whoever came to this class, you are the luckiest, the most fortunate. Every one of you are the wealthiest and the most prosperous. Okay, on behalf of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, as long as you say received, every one of you will be prosperous and wealthy and noble and live long and full of wisdom. Is that enough? Oh, wow. So happy. Okay. Gifts. Okay, I'll give you this 6-syllable mantra. Very pretty silk belt with the 6-syllable on it. And another agate bead. If it's not enough, I'll give it to you. Because you did so well, I want to give more to you. I'll give you a pretty clothes. In the future, we will contact you. Wow, this pretty T-shirt, Manchu Sri Bodhisattva with wisdom. Yeah, wise Manchu Sri Bodhisattva will bless you. Then you'll be even more outstanding and will have countless ways to help others. Wish you to be a very fortunate person, and congratulations, Sister Jingcheng. Another sharing is from Chong Kaila. I want to share chemical practice exam. Oh, my chemical practice exam is on October the 12th, and after that exam, I don't know which answer is correct, and I was so afraid. And my mom said, "Pray for Grandmaster's blessings," and then I prayed for Grandmaster's blessing, and immediately I smell iron. I think Grandmaster gave me the answer, so I picked iron. And then my answer was correct. Yeah, this is a wonderful way. Yes, Grandmaster give you the hint. Yeah, so sometimes, you use your 5 senses. Sometimes you kind of, maybe you seem to see something or smell something or hear something. Yeah, maybe Grandmaster will send you that smell. And Earth Store Bodhisattvas, Dharma protectors actually help to give you the answer. That's wonderful. You know, when I was trying to take the exam for driver's license in Canada, well, this is true. It's a true story. You know, in China, I don't need to pass exam. You know, the military just give me the driver's license. But in Canada, I have to pass exam. And when I was doing the exam, I don't know what to do, but I like the Canadian exams, you know, but you can just pick from the 4 answers. Most of them, I can pick the right one. So I got 64% right pass exam. And, you know, and then I got the license right away, the driver's license right away at the highest level. So now I can drive everything. I can drive motorcycles or tractors or even trains. I'm very fortunate. You know, some people even tried 33 times and cannot pass. Are you going to try endlessly? Yeah. So if you're fortunate, if you're guided by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, then you're it's all very easy. Should we give a present to Kyla.
哭了一样，
Kyla. Yeah, so just now that sharing was from Kyla. Is that a
不知道啊
man or woman?
生吧应该。
Oh, must be a
开了是
girl.
开了
Kyla.
就是男生啊，好，开了女生。
So Kyla sounds in Chinese like open, and then so Grandmaster was joking, oh, if it's closed, then it's a man or what?
金
Anyways.
金假金哈。
Okay, so I don't know if it's real gold or not real gold.
你们帮我认一下。
What is this?
我是觉得挺幸运的哈
I。think this is very
哎，
fortunate.
一个小链子哈。
Oh, this is like
啊
a
蝴蝶哈。
necklace. Maybe it's
哎
a
灵性的蝴蝶
butterfly,
哈
a
上面
very
镶了那么多的钻石哈。
with a lot of
哎这些
diamonds
钻
on
石曾经
it.
镶到过
And
英
the
女王的头上哈
diamonds used to
哎
be
现在给
on
你一下哈
the Queen of England.
哎，对，我们的幸运的
crown
时代哈。
And also this belt, fortunate belt. So next time if you take exams, you can
考试更得带照片了。
wear this scarf. And most importantly, my picture.
观世音菩萨显圣上的
And
照片哈。
Guanyin Bodhisattva's
都带上哈。
manifestation
哎
card,
让你
and also my
看
picture
啥都
here.
不是考
and
啥都能赢哈。
Yeah, when you bring all these with you, whatever exam you take, you're always pass, you always succeed. And also the mother.
西洋参
Oh, for the mother, I'll give you
就是
this
健康长寿哈。
ginseng
好，
roots,
嗯，
wishing you health and longevity. Thank you, Grandmaster. Next,
呃
I'll share another story for you from San Francisco. Sister Shou Bang, because of Bodhisattva's protection, her daughter successfully delivered a child. So, dear Grandmaster, my name is Shou Bang. My daughter Shou Fang got married in May 2019. 1 year later, my daughter wants to get pregnant. Was when Grandmaster JinBodhi released Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra. When we're not working, my wife and I would join the chanting classes. At the time, we told our daughter that if she had time, she would follow Master to chant Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, and that would help her to get pregnant. My daughter is a pharmacist, and her job is very busy. To get pregnant sooner, she still chants Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra whenever she has time. Surprisingly, after practicing for 2 months, she's pregnant. My daughter was extremely happy, and during the trimester, she always listened and chanted Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, whether it's on the car or at home. She said the heart mantra was beautiful. After listening to it, she's relaxed and has a good mood. My daughter said, once during the trimester, she talked to the baby and said, if you like listening to Guru Rinpoche's heart mantra, kick me. Then the baby kicked her 2 times. It's a miracle. We're so happy that this baby has a bond with the Buddha. During the due days, we are very fortunate to hear a Grandmaster teaching of Earth Store Bodhisattva Sutra. Then Grandmaster taught the chanting class to lead everyone recite the Earth Store Sutra and chant Earth Store's heart mantra. Whenever my daughter has time, she'll join the online class and chant with Grandmaster. The result was fantastic. Her anxiety and uneasiness gradually disappeared. Last night, on October the 7th, my daughter had a smooth labor and gave birth to a healthy baby boy. Both my daughter and grandson are healthy and peaceful. My entire family would like to express our gratitude to Grandmaster JinBodhi, all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Thank you for your blessings and protection. There was 10 Bodhi disciples in my family. Now, with the new addition, we have 11 now. Wow, look at this baby.
真是棒哈。
This is
这个
wonderful,
佛菩萨
Grandmaster
什么
said.
都管了。
Yeah, Buddha's Bodhisattva cares about
这个孩子不听
everything.
话吧，也得帮他管。
If the
帮他
child
带
doesn't
帮他教育
listen, then they will help,
这个
Buddha's
女人生
Bodhisattva
不
will
出孩
help
子
to
来，
educate.
菩萨也得帮
When
她生
the
啊
ladies cannot deliver, then Buddha's Bodhisattvas will help.
对呀，考驾照啊，
And
都帮着
when
管
you go to a driver's license exam, you would also, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas will help you to choose whether A or B.
礼物来了哈。
Okay,
对，这
gifts.
个送给这个 他们这一家子，那我得多给点礼物。
Oh, this is a whole family, right? I need to give more.
这叫
Oh my gosh, there's a big. They're all.
一家一起喝。
Yeah, the tea can be shared with the whole family, right?
一盒这个台湾老茶。
This aged tea from Taiwan.
两个拿4个丝带。
And 4 silk belts. Don't take the same ones, maybe different ones. And
还有一个特别好的天珠啊。
And a very good
这个
bead.
是给小朋友的。
This is for the
这是给
little
小宝贝
baby.
的哈。对。
Ooh.
再就是有这个观音菩萨显圣像，还有
And
我的照片
also
啊。
Guanyin Bodhisattva's
一大堆
card
宝
and
物
my
啊。
card, a lot
祝
of
全家吉
precious
祥
gifts.
小宝宝
I
呢
wish your
长
whole
命百
family
岁，如意
auspiciousness.
吉祥
Your
啊。
little baby will live 100 years and be auspicious, and wishes will be fulfilled. Oh, the whole family. Yeah. We'll celebrate together. Hope next time when Grandmaster go to Taiwan, then the little baby will come and see Grandmaster. Grandmaster said, I'll be so
分
happy.
享来自香港的周月师姐她的见证
So
哈
next is a sharing from Zhou Yue from Hong Kong. Hello, Grandmaster. I'm sincerely grateful for your protection. You have brought us auspiciousness in times of calamities many times. Thank you, Grandmaster Buddha and
这段时
Bodhisattvas.
间的受益跟
First, I'd like to share my mom's benefits and miracle. My mom had a breast cancer surgery in 2018, and then she went back to work. When Grandmaster taught the Greatest Gift Chanting Class, a friend shared an audio clip with my mother. The audio clip is from the 11th day of the class. In the clip, Grandmaster led everyone to pat their body and said, "If you're not hungry, don't eat anymore." Just after hearing these few words, my mom went into a spontaneous fasting. My mom fasted for 11 days. Every day after work, she'd take a bath, watch the chanting class replay on YouTube, and practice the meditation of greater illumination once, and then go to bed. She shared that this spontaneous fasting has relieved the chronic edema after surgery. The chronic edema developed after the cancer surgery that removed 23 lymph nodes under her armpit. The muscle on her hands and feet became more firm. After Grandmaster blessing with the singing bowl, she felt as if she went back to 500 years ago. She was able to untie the knot from 10 years ago. She let go of the grudges. Moreover, I was surprised to find her hair condition and skin complexion transformed greatly. Ever since she had the chemotherapy, electrotherapy, and surgery, her hair was dry and curled. Even after she had shaved all the hair many times, the new hair that grew out are still like that. Her facial complexion used to be dark and yellow. After this period of spontaneous fasting, her hair quality was back to before. It was even more luscious than before. All the white hair is gone. The dark and yellow tone on her face is gone too. Now I want to share another miracle. Last year when my mom went for a follow-up, the doctor told her that there's a spot on her chest image. The doctor suspected that the breast cancer might come back and scheduled an MRI test to confirm. My mom thought that, well, the last surgery was already a blessing from Grandmaster Buddha and Bodhisattva. She's lucky to be alive, and every day is a blessing. Even if the breast cancer came back, she doesn't want to go through all the troubles again. So she was not scared and didn't even worry about the MRI. On October 16th this year, the MRI report was released. The doctor congratulated her that everything looks great. There's nothing to worry about and schedule next year's follow-up. My mom was grateful for the protection from Grandmaster Buddha and Bodhisattva. I remembered when Grandmaster just released Grandmaster JinBodhi's 64 trigrams, I drew an oracle for my mom. The oracle is, "A withered tree comes to life." Thank you, Grandmaster, for giving my mom a renewal, a brand new life. Yes, this is really a withered tree comes to life. So Zhou Yue's mom truly witnessed and experienced this transformation. Yeah, this is really, really wonderful. Well, talking about spontaneous fasting, Grandmaster actually mentioned that even if we only fast for 7 days, then we can avoid a big disaster in our life. So Zhou Yue's mom, during the recovery after the surgery, she had such great benefits from the spontaneous fasting. And Grandmaster says, this reminds me when I was in the mainland China. Now it's already 25 or 26 years. There was a teacher in the university, and his wife is also a teacher in the university, and the wife had breast cancer. So when she knew me, she was already in the hospital, and the surgery has already been arranged. At that time, there was no other ways, but when she knew me, then I tried to help him and gave her blessings. But she didn't want to change the surgery, so okay that she still did the surgery. After the surgery, there are lots of symptoms. I'm not going to tell the details of the symptoms. The doctors said that those symptoms were very terrible. The doctors say that well, maximum she can live a few years, but if she didn't look after herself well, she could even pass away right away. And so she need to have some income, but because of her health, she only taught like once a week. And so whenever she had time, she would practice. And at that time, I haven't taught energy bagua to the public, but I still taught her energy bagua. She learned very quickly. And even though, well, and also I taught her prostration and chanting. And so these 2-3 methods of practice, at that time, I asked her to do energy bagua minimum an hour and a half. So she said she'll practice 2 hours a day. And so now it's already 25, 26 years. Just a few days ago, she sent pictures to me. She's so grateful. Her grandsons are learning energy bagua from her. You see, this lifespan really is extended. And, so her child helped her to get online and connect with me, and the whole family was very, very happy. The doctors have already retired. Many doctors already retired within these 6 years, and she's still alive. And so I said, yeah, just practice every day. And she's also teaching a group of people to learn energy bagua. People who learn from me always want to share what they learn from me. And so she has already walked for so many years. Of course, she already has some dharma power. She always helps others. When she has practiced more than 10 years, sometimes she feels that she has the energy, she can help. And then she asked me, what if, well, if I help them, what if their disease come to my body? I said, well, if you're afraid, then don't help. And so she said, I'm not afraid. If I'm supposed to die, then, well, I'm just supposed to die. I'm not afraid of dying. I'm not afraid of get the infection. And so she said, okay, then I'm not afraid either. Well, and then because of this, she actually quarreled with her husband twice, but eventually she still helped others. And so she usually will use her dharma power to help others. So she will help others and teach others. And now she has already taught maybe 700 or 800 people. This is the first time I share this because we're talking about breast cancer, and she also had breast cancer. The first man that I taught, the first disciple who learned energy bagua had stomach cancer. And yeah, so it's already 25 or 26 years. Yeah, this is really wonderful. And so this Zhou Yue's sharing is about her mother. It's really wonderful. After the blessings, this spontaneous fasting, if the fasting reached 7 days, at least you can live 7 more years. Well, think about it. Usually, like normal people, unless you are having high fever, when would you rest your teeth or your stomach? Actually, our heart, our brains, and never stops, never rest. The disadvantage is that they might be exhausted. When we give the blessing of spontaneous blessing, then it will help them to rest and also remove diseases. See, the MRI report has shown that she's fine. So if you really want to feel good, then then you can take the exam. But even if the report is not good, don't care about it. If you take it too seriously, it will actually, the heaviness in your heart is like the poison, will make your disease even more serious. A lot of people, before they do the checkup, they didn't know that they have any disease. If the doctor said, oh, actually you have very serious stomach disease, and maybe that's a wrong diagnosis, but you still feel like some discomfort in your stomach. How come there are lots of gas there? How come they have the pain? If you pay too much attention on it, then you'll be too sensitive, and then you're always suspicious that you have the disease. And if the doctor says, oh, actually that was wrong, and then what would you say? Maybe you already had the disease because you actually, that fear has already caused that pain and the disease, especially the people who trust the science. And so those people cannot hear the doctor's diagnose. And so our practice and cultivation, we need to let go. Sooner or later, we'll leave this world. Our heart, expand our heart. Don't care too much. Well, after how many years, we'll be another beautiful girl again, or maybe handsome man again, or don't care too much about it. So congratulations, Zhou Yue and your mother. I'll have a present for you. I'm not going to give you this. This is too expensive. I'll give your mother this pu'er tea from Bodhi. This is specially blessed. So, wishing you will be back to life and extend your lifespan. And also this Canadian ginseng roots. And also this auspicious belt, silk belts. Well, they're also yours and your mother's. There's a reason for me to give you this, so you can divide it with your mother. And also the card, Guanyin Bodhisattva's card and my card. Wish your whole family auspiciousness and wish fulfillment. And another sharing is Zhou Bao from Taiwan. She just posted on the live chat. She was learning and following Grandmaster's teaching. And so her daughter actually sponsored on behalf of the mother. And then Sister Zhou Bao received a Earth Store Bodhisattva statue from a friend. She sent a picture and shared with us. This is a very good thing. You see? the daughter made the merits on behalf of the mother, and then the mother received a statue of Earth Store Bodhisattva. So now she can, it will facilitate the making offering. Yeah, so this is a very short sharing just posted on the live chat. This is very auspicious. I'll give you a present. This is a fun story. Very short story, but fun. I'll give you a good present. Oh, this tortoise, divine tortoise, blessings of longevity and development and prosperity. Yes, for Zhou Bao from Taiwan. All right.
Master just mentioned that when we have some sort of illness, we shouldn't be questioning this and that, and we should relax. And there's a person who had a similar question and wants to ask Master. He says that when he gets up at night, he always sees dark shadows. Dear Master, I've been listening to Master's Earth Store Sutra teachings. I'm 5 months into pregnancy. I have been following the sutra and reading the Earth Store Sutra on the 10 observance days. Also, to improve my body strength, I recently started walking energy bagua in the mornings and practice the meditation of greater illumination in the evenings. Since I'm in the second trimester, every night I get up 3 to 4 times to go to the bathroom. And starting on October 10th, when I get up at night, I always see a humanoid shadow standing in the entrance with a back toward us. When I try to get a closer look, the shadow would disappear. And from that time, I saw the shadow about 3 times more. Ever since the first incident, I've awakened my husband to accompany me to the bathroom. I'm really scared. I pray for Master's help and answer. How can I stop seeing that shadow? Should I continue to read the Earth Store Sutra? Let's discuss it. First, is this shadow a ghost? And I don't think so. What is her name? Her name is, she has an alias, it's not an actual name. So this online friend is during her trimester, and her body is weak. And sometimes when you are weak, you will think a lot. When we talked about the Earth Store Sutra, we talked about the deities on the heaven and also in the hell. And you think too much. When I was small, I was not very brave. I'm not even very brave now. And I've actually made my own research into these issues. Many people has told me that at night they will see shadows of ghosts. And when I looked into it, some are real ghosts, but some you made it up yourself. You're trying to scare yourself. Because at night, when you turn off your lights, is there light from outside? Yes, there are. For example, street lamps or moonlight, starlight, the light of the cars passing by. So your room is not completely dark. If it's completely dark, it would be like underground. When you close the door, then you can't see anything. You wouldn't be seeing any humans, ghosts, or treasures, or jewelries. But in an ordinary house, even though there are curtains, when you are used to that, when you're used to the environment, you can actually see some shadow forms. Jin says that even though when there are curtains, And you will be able to see the light from outside, and when trees move, you see shadows. Master says, even if there are not tree shadows, the things that you place in the room, because it's dark and because it's a shadow, and maybe it's an angle that you're looking at it, when the light enters from the slits of the door, and maybe it gives you an illusion. Maybe you're not brave from the beginning, and so when you turn your head in the dark room, and you will think that the shadow you saw, you create an image in your own brain. For example, when you take a photo at night or in low light condition, especially when you use a traditional camera, the image might double. You might see two of the same images on the same photo. If it's in the broad daylight, the brighter it is, you hear the camera just go click, and it's very fast, and the photo will show up as you saw it. But when the light is very low, if you look into photography, the shutter becomes very slow. It takes a long time for it to go click. Maybe it's between 6 to 16 seconds for it to capture everything. So if your camera is not stationary on a tripod, you will see that, oh, this photo is so weird. There are so many different shadows, images. Some people might say, oh, look, this photo I took has 3 faces or 6 faces. No, it's because you were shaking the camera, and it's because there's a low light. And so at night, you should see for yourself if there are things that makes you feel that there is a weird shadow, and then you should move that object. If there is an object whose shadow looks like a head, it could be anything. Maybe it's a small tree, maybe it's a flower pot, maybe it's a hat. It's just something that you have an illusion of. Then when you can turn up the light and see that, okay, this is what's causing me to have that delusion, then you can move it away. And also at night, place some nightlight into your room and into the hallway. It's very common, and they're very cheap. And some nightlight are movement sensitive, so when you move by, it will light up. So this online friend may have this. There is a Chinese slang for it, that you see the shadow of a bowl in the cup, and you think that it's a snake. And so you have to observe your room at day and night, and so you can observe what could the shadow be, and adjust the location of the shadow. So Jurgen says it has nothing to do with the Earth Store Sutra. And Christine has a suggestion. Maybe if you feel scared, then maybe at night, on your way to the bathroom, you can place some chanting music. It will help you a lot. Also, you can turn the volume down so that it wouldn't bother your sleep, and just let it play repeatedly for the whole day, and then the entire energy field will change too. Master says, you could also place some patterns onto into the bathroom. For example, images of Buddha world, and these images of Buddha world can also be placed into hallways and bedrooms, and then you will feel calm and peaceful. Whether there are real ghosts or you're just scaring yourself, you will find peace in it. And also, as Wuli has suggested, you can play my chanting music. Jujin says some people also ask that when we are chanting Earth Store Bodhisattva Sutra or Earth Store Bodhisattva's Heart Sutra, will we attract ghosts? No, you won't. How could it be possible? Buddhas and Bodhisattvas protect us. They bring us auspiciousness. And the ghost king will not manifest in front of you and try to scare you. You are making merits. You are chanting. You are learning Buddha Dharma. Just have a peace of mind. And maybe you don't know it yourself. When you are chanting and reading the sutra, your surroundings will be golden and illuminated. So Master says, I will help you. If it's a ghost, I will send him away. But if you imagine the ghost yourself, I hope that you will be calm and peaceful. This is a car talisman, and this is a Buddha image. It will help you to protect your home. And this is the golden vein silk scarf. You can wear it on your head or neck, and also a small bracelet for you. And may it bring you auspiciousness. And also my photo and a photo of the antique Buddha and the photo of Guanyin Bodhisattva's manifestation. I suggest that you chant more and walk energy bagua every morning. Then both you and your baby will be peaceful and safe. Just like Wuli said, just like the person who shared about her pregnancy previously. Master says during your pregnancy, you should be happy, have a positive view, and that will benefit your child's health too. There's another question from San Francisco. Dear Master, this is the first time that I chant with you. On the first day of Earth Store Merits chanting class, after chanting, I saw many image fragments of human faces. Fragments of eyes, ears, nose. They were floating in mid-air and appearing one after another. Gradually, I felt sad and started crying. I was scared, hesitant, and lost. I didn't understand. I have a happy life, and there's nothing to be sad about. On the third day of the class, I saw the face of an infant during chanting. His eyes are closed, he is frowning and looks unhappy. I realized that he might be the baby I aborted many years ago. It happened when I just came to United States. Life was very difficult. There's nothing else I can do but to abort the baby. I felt very guilty. He looks unhappy and maybe he is still suffering, so I immediately went to the center and offered soul salvation light for her. I also dedicated the merits and virtues of chanting and reading the sutra to her. I did not see her afterwards. I hope the Buddha and Bodhisattva have guided her to a better place. Thank you, Master, for helping me to liberate the child that I unintentionally harmed many years ago. Thank you for giving me a chance to make merits for him. With sincere repentance and best wishes to the aborted infant. Thank you, Grandmaster. So she feels that this is the image of her aborted baby, and she wants Master's confirmation. Master says that I think it is. She mentions the fragments of eyes and nose and the face of the infant. It is possible. and may this issue be finally resolved, and may the aborted infant be guided across. Otherwise, if the aborted infant is have grudges or is angry at the mother, then it won't be beneficial for her health. We need to make more merits and virtues for our deceased relatives. Only when our deceased relatives are liberated, then the living relatives can be auspicious, can be healthy, can live a long life. I have seen people who are tortured by their deceased relatives. They are very sad and they cry very often and wants to die themselves. It's because the deceased relatives are pulling you to the other world. You have to make merits. When you have enough merits, then you will have a lot of energy. Other than making merits, I would suggest everyone to walk energy bagua for an hour every day. You are practicing and also making merits every day. Once you have these merits, then everything will be bright and illuminated for you. Whether it's aborted babies or deceased relatives, they will be more easily guided across by Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. And for Cindy, I have a very special gift for you. This is a silver earring. I hope your life will be complete and auspicious. May you be happy. And also there is a golden vein silk scarf for you. May you be happy and auspicious. Master, next there is a sharing from Hong Kong. She actually has a question. Her parents passed away and she dreams of them frequently. Dear Master, I want to ask for Master's help and find out where my deceased parents and aunt have gone to. Where are they? Are they peaceful and happy? Because I always dream of them. Thank you for Master's help. My father passed away in 2002. My mother passed away in 2012. Although they have passed away for a long time, I frequently dream of them. I came to Bodhi meditation in 2015. For many years, I have made light offerings in front of the Earth Store Bodhisattva for them continuously. My aunt passed away in 2019. November 9th is the second anniversary of her passing. I often dream of her in these 2 years. In several instances, I smelled of her body odor in broad daylight. Uli says, this seems to be a very sensitive, very special information. On the day of my aunt's passing, I offered a 49-day soul salvation light for her. I offered light for her again at the end of 2020 and during this year's Qingming Festival. In March and April of 2020, Master compassionately gave us the opportunity to make offerings to Tankas of Vairocana Buddha, Chundi Bodhisattva, and Earth Store Bodhisattva. I am honored that I made offerings to all 3 Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. After the offering in May 2020, I dreamt that I went to find my father. My father was in an archaic temple. His complexion was rosy and bright. I asked him, should we apply to take back our ancestors' house and assets? My father replied with a smile, there's no need to apply. I woke up afterward. The temple in the dream was beautiful, ancient. The roof tiles are green. Master, please help and answer my question. Thank you, Master. Where are my parents and aunts? And what does my dream mean? Thank you, Master.
他这个是应该还算是很吉祥的了。
This is the father's, the dream of her father is already very auspicious. Her father is in a temple with green tiles, green roof tiles. Sometimes it's very difficult to distinguish between green and blue. If this green is blue, then that means that he has been reborn into the Eastern Pure Land, not just any temple, and his complexion is rosy, and he is smiling. So her father is in a very good state. And when she asked her father, should we apply to take back our ancestors? Her father said, you don't need to apply anymore. So what does it mean? What is ancestors, houses, and assets? It means karma, so that you don't need to take back the karmic effects anymore. And she has already offered soul salvation light in our center in Hong Kong for many years already. Her father has already been reborn and has gone to the Eastern Pure Land, and it's auspicious. It means that her father has been relieved of his past karmic effects. Making merits, especially making merits continuously, is good. Especially like someone who is working energy bagua continuously. Even if energy bagua is magical, by working it once will not save your life. But when you work for 100 days, the effect will be very effective, and you will be very healthy. Let's congratulate this person, Ai Chan from Hong Kong. And there's a gift for you. Master A Chan also asked about her aunt. And she dreamed of her aunt frequently and even smelled her body odor in broad daylight. The smell and the odor, if you smelled it, then it means that she really came to you, because you smelled of the odor when she was alive. So this is not a good sign. People need to make merits for her. And then in the future, when you smell the scent, if it's fragrant, then it's very good. So you need to make merits for your aunt. You might say that so many people need merits. Well, it's already told you in your own dream. After your relatives die, whatever you dream of, it is a clear sign from them. It's a clear message from them. All right, for Ai Chan, there's a gift for you. This is a diamond vaja and my photo and Bodhisattva's image. There are a lot of gifts today. And also this one, this is like a pink gem, and there are silver light in there. May you be auspicious and make all your wishes come true. Congratulations. There's another question from Hao Hao. I have a question for a long time. When we purchase an item and make a sponsor online, some people who don't know how to use a computer will ask other people for help. For example, a purchase takes $70. The person who helps will make an online purchase, will charge for $100 and keep the extra $30 for himself. My question is not about money. I want to know, is there a karmic effect for the helper who took the $30? Some people say it's 100% sure that there's malicious karma. I agree. The helper should only charge the exact amount, not a cent more. But some people say that this is not helping, it's a service. So a service fee is fine. Master, please talk about this. This is not talking about the sutra, so we can discuss it. It's so Hao Hao says that when they discuss it, there are two voices. One side say that there's no karma, the other side say that there is karma. Uli says, I think it depends on the situation. So if it's a young person who knows how to go use a computer and go online and helps an elder to make a purchase online. So if the purchase only takes $70, but the helper charges $30 extra, will there be malicious karma? This is not helping anymore. This is making a profit. Jujin says, if you are trying to help, then you should not charge for service fee. Master says maybe he wanted to help, but once he sees the profit, he forgot about helping and he just charged for money. Jujin says then he loses all the merits and he brings malicious karma to himself. Uli says, for example, if you are making a sponsor, if it's $70, then you should just charge $70. But the helper might think that I've spent my time to help you, so I should charge a fee. Then Uli says, then this is not helping anymore. Master says, then this is not helping, this is a shopper. Jujin says, so then we need to look at their initial aspiration. What did you try to do from in the beginning? If you want to charge money, then before you help them, you should state it clearly. If you ask me, can you help me to do this? You say that, okay, I can help you to do this, but I will charge you $30 for service fee. If the people that you help know beforehand that you will be charging $30, then that is okay. It's like making a purchase, Master says. When I provide a service to you, then I charge a $30 service fee. If both of you agree, then you can do it. But if you say that I'm helping you, I'm making merit for you, and if you are, then I'm worried. I'm worried if the person is trying to offer a light to eliminate a calamity, would that calamity instead fall onto you, onto the helper who charged money? Jujin says, I remember that once there was a person who asked Master, why do I see ghosts? The Master told her that your grandfather was someone who guides souls across, but when he provides that service, he charges for money. But sometimes he did not help the soul to go across. And so the money was wasted, but the job was not done. And that's why the descendants will bear the burden. My master says, my master told me a story. There in a village, there is an organizer. And he organizes people to go for visits in the in the monastery. And before he goes to the monastery, he will ask, does anyone have anything that you want me to bring to the monastery? And at the beginning, he did not embezzle anything. But later on, everyone was very relaxed. And at that time, there was not a very clear bookkeeping because everyone was so honest. In the short story, about 10 years later, so this organizer, his last name was Bai. When Mr. Bai's daughter-in-law gave birth to his grandson, the grandson had some issues. There is a hole on the grandson's heart, and this hole is in the shape of a square. I don't know if they took the image with X-ray or something. The hole in the image is a square, and the image looks like an antique Chinese coin. And this hole was on the heart. Should there be a hole? There shouldn't be. And so that child was in critical conditions. And the child was very young, and they cannot have surgery, but he must have surgery. So everyone was so worried. And they invited the master to go to the hospital to go to see the child. And the doctor told the master that it's very rare. There are holes on hearts, but very few of them are square. And the master joked that this child will have money because there is a coin in his heart. And the doctor said that the child has to have a surgery but cannot have surgery. And when the master came back, he told me this story. He said that, Mr. Bai, you and your son, your hearts are together. You love money, and your son has an extra money hole in its heart. You took money from other people, and you are not painful. But it will bring you forever heart pain, heartache. If you have fortune, then you can continue to take money from me. Then Mr. Bai said, Master, you know it. Then why didn't you tell me? Master said, nobody dares to take money from me. Only you dare to. And I wanted to see how long can you do it for. And in your life, you will be sorry for it. Jue says, when we hear this story, then we understand it very clearly. Just like Wu Li said, if you put a price to it, then you are not helping. Say that if you find strangers to help you, then it's just a service. But if it's a Bodhi disciple, a Buddhist disciple who do it, then you are intentionally making a crime. And some people will advertise themselves that I can help you to do this and to do that. And they charge service fees for it. Then that brings a lot of malicious karma. Master says that you should be helping the sentient beings, but you are exploiting and taking advantage of the sentient beings. It's okay because the square hole will come and find you, and at that time you will know what it feels to be alive but dead. You are greedy. You took people's money that they want to use for making merits. If it's dharma items, say that this dharma item is $100, but you spend you pay shipping fees and Jujin says, for example, in cibeiyin.com, some dharma items has a wholesale price. Say that if yearly it's $100, but the wholesale price will be $80. Then if you buy 10, and then if I sell it to people around me so that they can receive blessings too, and if they sell it at the labeled price, wholesale $80, retail $100, then you can sell it for $100, because in the middle there's not much that they can earn a profit, because even the shipping fee is very expensive. And some people, to help others, at least they need to have some money to travel, and then in the sense, if you charge for $105, that's fine too. But in the other case, when you're making a sponsorship, you're charging so much extra, then it doesn't make sense. When my master taught me, my master has many rules, and the first rule is that all sentient beings are equal. You should not only help people who are wealthy, and this is a precept from my master. Whether you have a lot of money or very little money, I will help you. And also, secondly, when you help people, when you give blessings, when you help people when you give a name to people, you don't charge for money. Don't take any money, or don't take any things from them, and don't even remind them to give you money. Then it's not. Then your compassion has some issues. I also remind my disciples, all Bodhi disciples, you should help people for free. You are willing to help other people, then that is true cultivation and making merits. Otherwise, it would be like exploiting sentient beings, and you will burden the sentient beings' malicious karma, karmic effects. You don't know how big that karmic effect will be, and the consequence might bring a lot of pain for you. It might be some sufferings that cannot be solved by money. So, in the past, Mr. Bai, who cheated my master, when I think of his name is very interesting. His name is Bai Yanlang, and it sounds like a white-eyed wolf. Why would you be someone like that? There is the right way to find money. Some money cannot be touched. Some people cannot be count. And I hope everyone will use a compassionate and kind heart to face everyone and everything. Uli says that I hope all our disciples will restrain themselves, and it will protect you. Master says, especially all Buddha disciples, when on the day of your passing, whether Buddha comes to pick you up or ghosts comes to pick you up, then you understand. Some people, when they are passing away, they are very painful. Why have they practiced so well, cultivated so well, but they're so painful at their deaths? Everyone understands their own situation, and I hope that you will restrict yourself and curb your greed. Otherwise, in the future, you will suffer. Even if I don't punish you, the heavenly protectors will punish you. All Bodhi disciples, all Buddha disciples, helping others is your aspiration. But when you exploit and take advantage of other people, then you are standing on the wrong side. Are you helping people, or is it just your greed? And I hope that you will help others and aspire the true bodhicitta. It is the heart of illumination, the heart of absolute compassion. Don't be greedy. It's not, it's a very severe, but this is the truth. Wuli says, especially after learning the Earth Store Sutra, if Master says, if you're afraid to be scared of forgetting the Earth Store Sutra, you can listen to it again. Thank you, Master. There is another friend who dreamed of her mother. And she has a question for Master. Dear Master, I had a dream this morning and I'm shaken. I know Master is really busy and I don't want to bother you, but my mind is restless. I have no way but to write this letter and ask for your help. This morning, I dreamed of my mother who had passed away 3 years ago. I often make merits in her behalf, but I have rarely dreamed of her. My mother passed away in July 2018 after having abdominal pain. When I chanted for her, I saw that she fell into the hell. She was naked and was beaten up by the ghosts. At that time, I offered many lights for her and chanted for her. I prayed for Master's blessings. And when she passed away, I saw that she sat on the lotus and there was golden light surrounding her. Maybe I miss her too much. It's been a year after her passing. I'm still frowning every day. I have listened to many of Master's live streams. I know it's probably a sign that my mom's situation improved only a little. During the live stream, I heard many people sharing their dreams, and I was wondering why didn't I dream of my mother? This morning's dream came in a surprise. In my dream, my mom went out for a treatment. It's as if she was hiding it from me and didn't want me to know where she's going. When I suddenly see her coming back, I was surprised and joyful. I held her hand and sat her down. I took a close look at her. My mom passed away due to cervical cancer, and I saw there is a large bump on her lower abdomen. When I tried to touch it, my mom stopped me as if it would hurt. It seemed that my mom was using some sort of medication to treat cancer, but it's not a brand name, probably because our family cannot afford it. I saw the plastic packaging for the medicine. It seems to be used for IV infusion. On the label, it says that it's some sort of generic drug. In my dream, my mother has changed a lot. When she was alive, she relied on me a lot and didn't have any opinions. In the dream, although she is ill, she was energized and was not weak at all. In her movement and words showed independence. There's no sign of seeking help from me. She didn't want to add any burden to my life. It seems that she will leave at any time, leave my home, continue to treat her illness, and shoulder the pain by herself. She was smiling the entire time, and she answered all my questions. I grabbed her hand and saw that the only way I can help her is to chant with her. I said to her, "Let's chant together." She smiled carelessly and asked, "Chant now?" I grabbed her hand and found a quiet place. When I knelt down with her, I said, "Yes, let's chant now." After saying this, I woke up from the dream. I'm completely shaken and cannot process the dream. Master, what is this dream telling me? What is the best way to help my mom? Thank you, Master, with all the reverence. let's discuss
这个梦不太
this
好。
dream.
对，因为他
It doesn't seem to be a very
就是妈妈刚
good
走的
dream.
时候，对他已经看到妈妈下到地狱
Jurgen
后
says
那个饱受
when
折
her
磨
mom just passed away, she already saw her mom being tortured in the
对
hell.
桌上莲花
And after chanting and making merits for her mom, she saw her mom sitting on a lotus flower.
他心里不是特别确定。
就在讲经的前几天是吧？
She has not dreamed of her
梦到
mother
了那
for
个
a
场
long
景是那
time,
个样子的。
but
对
just a
那个
few
样
days
子我
ago
就
she
觉得
dreamed
第
of
一
her
呢，就是
mother.
妈妈还在生着
And
病
this
梦
dream,
中哈
I
梦
feel
中的妈妈
that
还在生
it
着
seems
病
that her
而且在
mom
求医
is
问药
still
但是呢
ill
药呢
in
又
the
不是
dream,
最正治
and
最好
she's
的药
trying
好
to
像
get
还用不
treatment.
到很好的
But
药
the
哈
medicine was a
然后呢
generic one. It wasn't the
又
best
钱也
medicine.
不是太富裕
And
哈
she
然
didn't
后药
have
也
a
不是
lot
很
of
好
money.
他还看到他母亲就是下腹部还是一团
And
黑的
she
嘛
also
对
saw
他
her
还在
mother's
还
lower
在
abdomen still
对
has
并
a
没有
bump.
离开
And
其
so
实
that
等于哈
illness is
说
still
白了
there.
这3个道
Master says that means that her mother is in the uh, 3 lower
但是你的问
rooms.
题肯定会说，那
Then
前
your
头下葬
question
的时候
is,
看到她
but
上去了呀
she already saw her mom sitting on a lotus flower.
坐上莲花
That means
她难道
that
去了极乐世界
does it
吗
mean
不
that
一定的
sitting on a lotus
这个时候
flower
她在
means
跌
that
走
they
了
are in the
跌到哪
world
个天
of
界
ultimate bliss?
但是天福享尽
Maybe
还会跌落呀
They were
就是说你的
briefly
这个
brought by the
求佛念佛的
Buddha
功德
to
哈
a
它是
heavenly
一个有
room,
限的时间
but after they have
可是等他获
exhausted
得
their
解脱之后
merit,
你
they
后
fall
续的
back
功德
into
没
the
做到
hell.
的时候妈妈
And
那个罪过还那么大
because
还
there
会回
was
到
not
原来
enough
的
merit,
原地踏
and
步
there
走
was more
你的过
karmic
去的痛苦
effect.
贫穷
And so
还
that's
在
why
那个状态还在继续
they,
受苦
she fell back
啊
and
那反正
continued the
我认为
suffering.
的话继续做功德
So I think you should continue to make merit
各样的
没有
in
什么捷径
behalf of your mother, and there's no
对妈妈还在
shortcuts.
受苦
Your mother is still suffering. Jurgen says, your mother is suffering. And also in the dream, it's clearly described. She said that
对妈妈
she
满
told
不
her
在乎
mom that she needs to
正见
chant,
冷笑她才
but
念
the
佛信
mom
这干嘛
smiled carelessly.
对因为很多人
And
活着的人什么都不信
so that
对吧？
means that she
她很
didn't
难被
believe
度化
in Buddha
那念
Dharma,
这干嘛
and it's difficult to guide them across. And also, she grabbed her mom and put her to took her to a quiet place. And before they started to chant, she woke up.
一句佛
She
号没
mom
跟着
didn't
妈
even chant once.
所以呢作为孩子来说
And
呢
so, as a
你只能做
children,
更大
Master
的
says,
功
you
德
can only
替
do
妈妈做
more greater merits
还要
in
持
your
续地
mother's
对
behalf.
反
Uli says you have to do it continuously. Jurgen says you are already
妈妈
separated
塑金身吧
in the yin and yang
塑佛
worlds.
金身吧
好肃静
哎
Master
才
says
能
you
够
can gild
让妈妈那个灵魂接受
gild
佛
the Earth Store Bodhisattva Body. At least your mom can accept Buddha Dharma. Jurgen says that you cannot just do it once, you have to do it continuously.
哎亲妈的话
Master
你多
says
做
it
功德
really depends on if
反
it's
正
your
你
real
可
mom
能
or
在
your
一下子弄到
stepmom.
的受苦
If
是
you
没这么
love your
简
mom,
单
then
可
you
能
should
会
do merits
可能会有变
continuously.
化哈
And
对
it's
可
not
能会
that
更
easy.
其实我们
If you
之前
don't
也
do
听
more
过别的
merits for
网友
her,
说
her
啊
situation
包括
might
啊
change
有
and
其实还有
have
刚才只
even
讲
more
到嘛
suffering.
就是有个网友持续的给他的往生
Uli
的
said
父亲
even
做
in
功德
today's
看
sharing,
这
there's
个
a
超见
sharing
证
that
清明节嘛
she
母亲节
continued
就
to
哎
make
看到
merits
这个
for
父亲
her
就很好
parents and
啊是吧
relatives
是给他解释了
in
是
all
其实应
special
该看光
occasions.
流的时间
And
多
then
好
in
啊
her
对这
dream,
你
she
就
dreamt
是
of
心
her
就这一
father
套
in the
就能
Eastern
收
Pure
入
Land.
有
And
能
so
力就多
just
做就是这
focus
样子
and
就相信这个母亲的这
do
个变
more
化就会
现在还
有
有机会
merits
做
when you
我
have
们
a
这个
chance,
这个
when
这
you
个
have
通
the
道还没关
ability.
闭哈
Master
对
says
这
that
个还有
we
机会
still have
所以
these
需要做的网友
opportunities
们赶快
available.
做对
If you
你像
need
你包括
to
你家中
make
那种不
merits, you
祥
should
和
do them
是你公司
right
行号
away.
不安
If your
生哈
family
对
or if your
那个在经里怎么说的
business is not very
你要感觉
peaceful,
供着地藏菩
then
萨
you
像
can
你的问题就解
make
决
offerings.
是吧？你
In
这
the
么诡
sutra,
异
it
的
says
怪
that
异
if
的对不对
you
奇怪
have
的莫
Earth
名
Store
的东西
Bodhisattva's
它就会震
image
动
at home,
啊
if
把
you
你
make
烧到
offerings to the image,
对
then all
所以
these
所以大家要听得
shadows,
懂地藏经
images,
啊
ghosts
这个
will
也
all
提醒我们
disappear.
就是说像刚才讲这已经阴阳两隔了，直到我
Jurgen
们亲
says
人
that
对
it
我们
also
亲人
reminds
多
us
做功
when
德
we are
对
separated from our deceased relatives, we can only make merits for them. And now that we understand this principle, we should make merits for our living relatives. And it's the best that if we make merits if they make the merits for themselves, and that is the best. It's only when we have no other solution that you help them to make merits in their behalf. Master says, I remember another story. Back then, there was a mother. The mother brought her daughter to see me. When I saw this child was very smart. But no matter what the teacher or the parents say, this daughter will talk back. She's only just about 10 years old and it's not adolescent yet. And the school kicked her out. And she has already changed to 3 different schools. And even in the third school, the teacher didn't want her in the class. When the teacher tells her to do homework, she would sing. When the teacher says it's time to sing, she would do homework. And when she goes home, she doesn't do homework. When she goes to the school, she says it's time for homework. So no teacher wants to teach her. And when the mother brought the child to see me, I saw that this child has good fortune. And then I used my dharma eye to look at her. And I saw some dark chi, dark aura. And I saw many deceased elders in that cloud of dark aura. And when I talked to these elders, these were her ancestors, grandparents, great-grandparents. And it's because her father and her grandfather was not filial, and that's why the child was punished by the ancestors. Although the child is very intelligent, but the ancestors hate the descendants so much that you are unfilial, then why should you be intelligent? So they want to make the child stupid. And so they use this dark cloud to cloud her eyes, cloud her ears, and give her all the negative energies. So I asked her mother, do you want to help her or not? And the mother really wants to help the child and said that I'm wealthy and I can spend any amount of money. And so I told her that you can build a large plaque, a large gravestone for the ancestors. The mother was about the same age as me and grew up in the communist leadership, and she doesn't believe in anything and doesn't even know where the ancestors' grave are. But she followed my words and made offerings to true Dharma practitioners, and also made donations for monasteries building. And the child previously has very didn't got any mark in tests, but later on, afterward, he starts to get very good marks in school. And so previously, it was the ancestors' spirits who clouded his judgment and his senses. And he would see maybe one would be like 10, and black would be white, and white would be black. Why would some people's mind be clouded? It's because your ancestors are unhappy. And so later on, when we do many things, this family would help along. And this child has made it into university, and he is in the faculty of medicine, becoming a doctor. Jujin says, Master, the online friend who asked a question about charging service charge when helping others, can we give a gift to her? Master says it's a very good gift. And before the class started, our assistants asked that if we can answer this question. Master says, I said, yes, we can understand it. Jujin says there is someone who shared that if we made a mistake and received a gift for our service, then what should we do? Wudi says, then you should return it already. And Jujin says, when you return it, you should give more to that person. When you make merits, to give one is to receive 10,000 in return. But it's the same for karmic effects. And return the extra fees that you obtained and repent, and also make merits to make up for the interest. When you know that you are wrong, then you still have a chance to correct yourself. Otherwise, if you wait until when you die, you think that it's Buddha Bodhisattvas coming to get you, but then the ghosts come to get you. Master says, my gift is ready. There's a zi bead and a sweet gift. So Master also helped Nuan Nuan, who asked a question of her mother. Can we also give her more blessing? Nuan Nuan, who dreamed of her mother who still has illness and suffering. Nuan Nuan, can you email me your mother's name, and then we will make light offerings for her, and in hope to liberate her. And we hope that she will be received by Medicine Buddha and be reborn into the Eastern Pure Land. And there's still a gift for you. Because for people in different regions, it will be difficult to mail some gifts. What is a treasure? It's a beautiful jewel. And that's enough. You can wear it. I wish Nuan Nuan auspiciousness and may all your wishes come true. And also for Hao Hao, wish you auspiciousness and wish coming true. We heard many different stories and different karmic effects. Although the child has made merits for you, but the merit is not enough to compensate for the karmic effects, and so there's a lot of sufferings. And in addition to these questions, this year it's almost 2 years into the pandemic, and we can see the pandemic spreading everywhere, and there are different mutations, and many regions and countries are affected by the pandemic. We heard the person from Singapore who shared that her husband's business didn't make any money during the pandemic, and so the pandemic brings many issues: unemployment, business closures, and traveling issues. And also some people shared that because of pandemic you cannot be with your family. And in addition, there's also more mental pressures troubles and you don't know when these things will come back to normal. These 2 years have not been very easy. And many people have been asking, when we follow Master's class, when we have the class, everything is so happy. And is there any other way? Can Master have another class so that we can follow Master and practice along with Master? Practicing along with Master is different from learning by yourself. Master, can we have another class to practice and listen to Master's teachings? Master says this pandemic has been 2 years and many people have lost their jobs and they don't have any food and they're at home and worried and they are very painful. And so it has not been easy. Then, okay, let's start the class. Many people are affected by the pandemic. When you're alive, you're not happy, you're not healthy. And when you fall into the lower realms, you will suffer more. The pandemic has continued. So let's have this class. So at least we can receive the Buddha's wisdom. And I hope that you will receive the health and happiness of the body and mind, and will be full of dharma bliss. Master, when can we have this class? How about the 7-day chanting class? Let's take a look at the calendar. But if we look at the schedule for if we have 2 hours every day, then 7 days will only be 14 hours. But we do have some special classes that are 12 days. Let's have a 12-day class. That's great, because 12-day class can truly bring benefits and true help to everyone. It will bring energy to everyone. May your life be renewed. May your body and mind be illuminated. Receive, Master. We will all practice very well for ourselves, for our living relatives, and for our deceased relatives. Now that we understand the principle, we can take action to practice and cultivate for our relatives, deceased relatives, and for all sentient beings. When Master taught us to read Earth Store Sutra, Master said that we can dedicate the merit to the Dharma realm to all sentient beings. May this class bring everyone auspiciousness, good health, and longevity. May it bring everyone wisdom and Dharma power. What about the date? What about the date of the class, Master? A 7-day class is easy. What about 12-day class? Today is the 23rd. The next week, next Saturday, is actually is a weekend before Medicine Buddha's birthday. Then, with Medicine Buddha's illumination, Medicine Buddha said that when I am illuminated, I want the entire world to be illuminated. Then let's start on the day of Medicine Buddha's birthday celebration. So our Medicine Buddha birthday celebration, that's arranged to be on October 30th on the Saturday. And then the following day, we can start the 12-day class. Okay, let's clarify it. So Saturday, October 30th in Vancouver at 6 p.m.
10月30号还是31号呀？
On Saturday, October 30th at 6 p.m., it will be Medicine Buddha's birthday celebration. And on Vancouver time, October 31st, that will be the first day of the 12-day chanting class. So in North America, Vancouver time, the class would be from October 31st to November 11th.
好好好，
现场决定的哈。
好现场。亚洲时间呢？
And what about in Asia time?
1号。
In Asia, Taipei time, October 31st, Sunday, would be Medicine Buddha's birthday celebration. And November 1st, we will start the 12-day class. And during this class, we will also celebrate Medicine Buddha's birthday. Thank you, Master.
大家有福了。
Master says everyone is very fortunate. Jujin says there's another good news. Everyone loves the Grandmaster App, that you can use it on your mobile devices to listen to Master's live streams and practice. It's very convenient. When we released the app, there was only Chinese version, and now we have released the English version. Let's take a look. Many North Americans and even in Singapore, Malaysia, many people have learned, are educated in English, and they are more familiar, and they will understand better with English. And I believe this English app will help more people, more benefit. So how do you download it? First, if you already have the Grandmaster app, you can change the Chinese version into the English version. You can click on Mine, and on the bottom there is language. Then you can choose to change it to English. Once you change it to English, everything will be changed to English. Even all the lectures, all the transcripts will be in English, and it will also have English audio. If there are people who only speak English, only read English, and cannot read Chinese, today is your day. You can just go to the Apple Store or the Android Store, and you can search for Grandmaster App. So the app's name is called Grandmaster, and you can just download it in the App Store. Or you can go to our website, puticollege.com, and you can download it there. Let me show you how. Okay, when you're on the home page, just go down to the bottom. And on the bottom, there is a banner for the Grandmaster app. And then you will be here. And there are introductions, what are the functions, what are the features, and what are the benefits of becoming a member. And on the bottom, there is QR code. You can scan it. You can scan it to download it. If you don't scan it, if you open this web page on your mobile device, then you can just click the download button, whether you have Apple devices, iOS devices, or Android devices. And in some special regions, you can scan the QR code. And on the bottom, there is an Android application download. So in some special regions, you can use this to download it. But probably there are very few English speakers in that region. So when you have this app with you, it's very easy and convenient to use. I hope everyone can use it and experience the beauty of Zen, of meditation, and experience Master's compassion. Alright, so that is all for today's live stream. I wish everyone auspiciousness and happiness, good health and longevity. May your entire family be happy. Let's see you again next time.
小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了。因为有了你，生命变得更坚定，不忧忧无虑。因为有了你，日子不再有哭泣，不再有恐惧。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了。